Are you worried about how you're going to manage your time in retirement? Hi, I'm Julianne Price with Life Edit and Design, and today we're talking about all things planning and scheduling in retirement. So a lot of people, as you move out of your busy career where your schedule, your calendar was everything, now they move into retirement and you're wondering, well, do I need a planner anymore? What do I do with my time? How do I schedule things? And you don't want to be that person whose calendar just has a list of all their doctor's appointments. That's my mom's calendar. It's just doctor appointment, doctor appointment, doctor appointment. Like, what do you do with a planner in retirement, and how do you fill your time with things that are just a lot more enjoyable? So first up, do you need a planner? I still have a good old happy planner, really big one. The great thing is, because I don't have to go back and forth between office and home anymore, I love having a big planner. I like having lots of space, where before it used to be portable and I could move it around. I'm also a Notion girl, if you don't know me well. I love Notion, and I still have a Notion planner. And so people might be saying, what do you need a planner for in retirement? You're retired. Every day is a weekend. And that's true. Every day is a weekend. But you still need a planner. And I hope that if you're on the fence, this convinces you. You need to have new goals. As you move into retirement, this isn't about getting up and just going where the wind blows you. You're going to want to have new projects and new aspirations. You need meaning in this chapter of life. And the coolest thing is, this meaning is something you get to decide on. You're the engineer. You're the designer. I love intentional lifestyle design because that's what it is. When you're in retirement, you no longer have a job dictating. You no longer have family dictating what you're going to do with your time. And instead, you get to be the captain of this ship and come up with, what's the meaning? What am I going to be doing? And that's why you need a planner. Because if you'll put down some things, like I like to write my notes. So over here on this page, it's not turning very well, are the notes for the next 2 months. What are the things I want to make sure that I've accomplished? And then on every Friday or every Sunday when I'm doing my planning, I come up with, what are my Friday finishers? What did I want to accomplish this week that reaches the goals I have for the 2-month cycle that I'm in? And I also look at, before I write that 2-month cycle, what are my goals for the year? You have to come up with all this. Nobody's going to be telling you what you have to do anymore. That is so cool. No one's telling you. You get to come up with this. But if you don't have a planner, those good ideas are just going to go off into the stratosphere. They're going to evaporate. You're not going to remember what they were. So you need a tool to help you come up with goals, track your goals, and come up with plans. People are always like, what am I going to do in retirement? I'm like, what do you want to do? What are your goals? Have so many good years left to live. Why would you not have a whole bunch of really cool goals? What do you want to learn? Do you want to learn a language? Do you want to learn a skill? Is there some kind of subject that you've always been fascinated with and you just want to learn more? I'm spending a lot of time learning about mysticism and the universe and how your mind works. This is such juicy stuff, and I have the time to study it. But I put it in my planner so that I make sure I don't sign up for a course and then take 2 classes and forget about it. It's in my planner, so I know every day, where am I, like, how many courses are in there, how many lessons are in there, what am I going to do? You don't want the course graveyard. You want to actually take these things. I sign up for classes all the time, but again, I'm checking my planner all the time to say, what did I say I wanted to accomplish? And then as I'm going about my day, things will pop up. Ooh, that will help me towards that planning. Or I'm in a conversation, someone talks about a book. I'm like, ooh, I can write that down and go get that book because it's going to help me on that topic. Or it piqued my interest. I've never heard of that. Let me go investigate it. You have the time to do this. I was talking to my brother the other day, and he's like, I don't know how I'm going to fill my time in retirement. And he's not retiring yet because he's afraid of that. Like, get a planner. There are so ideas are going to come to you all day long. Capture them. You'll be watching a video and somebody will just mention something random. You're like, oh, that's a cool topic. I've never heard of that. I've always wondered about that. Let me write it down. And then you do some research and you create a plan. So having a planner gives you a bit of purpose because it's something concrete that you can touch, and you're just like, oh, I'm going to make a plan on how to learn about this topic. Or your library, they have constant programming. Mine, I'm going to Wednesday is a Native American dance thing. I don't know anything about it. So I'm putting it in my planner. I'm like, this would be cool. Maybe it's something that I'll want to then go watch some videos on, or maybe I'll never want to do anything more with it, but I want to go check it out, see what it's all about, see if there's something to learn, and then maybe I'll investigate more, maybe I won't. But these are the cool things about having a planner is some people are intimidated by the blank page. I see it as a challenge. Like, how can I fill this? What am I going to put in here? Oh, look, I've got nothing planned for Thursday. What am I going to do to fill that day up? What are some of my interests? What are some of the things I said I wanted to do at the beginning of the year? And there's things you can just stop, like, okay, what am I doing for my health today? Put that in there. What am I going to do to eat healthy? So there's exercise and then there's eating healthy. What am I going to put on my planner for that? Then what am I going to do for spirituality? Okay, let's put something in for that. What am I going to do for connection? You can put. It's so easy to build your planner once you have the mindset that says life isn't going to come to you. You have to go out there and get it. You have to set up goals. It's like one of my goals is to get out of my comfort zone. So I can always be looking at my planner going, is there anything in here that's getting out of my comfort zone? Okay, what have I been thinking about that I'm putting off? Like recording all these videos. This is getting out of my comfort zone for me. It's like, okay, let's make sure that I'm in there recording videos every single week. I have something in here that says record a video. What are you avoiding doing because it's out of your comfort zone? That's one of my goals for this year. Maybe one of your goals is to meet new people. Where in your calendar are you getting yourself out there to meet new people? What classes are you taking? What groups are you attending? Or what events are you taking? What groups are you thinking about joining? Like these are the things that go in your planner. So yes, the answer to the question, do you need a planner in retirement? You most certainly do. And I have two of them because one's got a lot more detail, a lot of juicy stuff. And this one just has the remember to do this, go do this, appointment time. But the other one has all the detail. Why am I doing things? What am I doing? What is my bigger picture goal? This is awesome. I love to talk to people who are sitting there going, oh, I don't know what to do in retirement. I'm like, oh my God, come talk to me. I've got ideas. Let's talk. Knowing your archetypes. That's the number one thing I tell people is knowing what your energy, doing an energy audit to see what lights you up and what drains you. And then knowing your archetypes is such a game changer when you start to have clues and you know what's important. The nurturer needs to take care of people. Who do you want to take care of? What's in your calendar? Where are you taking care of people? The connector just wants to be social. They don't necessarily want to take care of you, but they want to be in social environments. Like, okay, you said you were going to do X, Y, and Z. Let's go do that in a cafe. Or let's go join this group. Or let's go start this group. Like, you have so many clues just from knowing your archetypes as to what's important to you, what makes you tick, what lights you up. And then you build a life around it. You get to do this in your second act. You are in control. It's such a beautiful thing. And I don't want you to ever look at retirement and feel like, oh, I don't know what I'm going to do. Come talk to me. I'll light a fire in you. We'll get going on this. But again, take the quiz. I put it right up below. I'll tell you what your archetypes are. Go out and get a planner and challenge yourself to fill the blank page. And if you've got absolutely nothing, you're like, oh my God, I am such a loser. I got nothing. Then go sit in a cafe for a while and look at other people. Watch what they're doing. So one of the things I talked about in the last video was having a people watching place in your home. And you might think that's a really weird thing, but just getting out there and watching what people are doing. And you'll get so many great clues just from observing the world around you. I remember reading one book that a woman said, she wanted to learn about a culture. She traveled a lot. She said, I want to learn about a culture. I go sit either in a cafe or the food court of a mall, or just a public place where people are coming and going. And she said, I just watch people. I watch how they interact. I watch what they're doing. You're going to get a lot of clues. Are they dressed? And you get to make stories. Like, are they dressed? Did they just come from pickleball? Oh, I wonder about pickleball. Would I like pickleball? They could have had tennis rackets for all you know, but you saw something and it got you thinking. So just watching people and making up stories about what you think is going on will give you a clue as to what do you want to have going on. The story that you're making up might be like, oh, she just came from book club. I would like to be part of a book club. Where can I find a book? It just gets you thinking. So be out with people. Do not be sitting in your home like a hermit. Just get out there and just watch people. So that's if you have no ideas. If you have too many ideas, make a list and then set some goals, like what lights you up. Again, knowing your archetypes will help you to say, oh, I am the ruler. That's me. I'm the ruler. I love projects. I love to build stuff, mental stuff, not necessarily physical stuff. Like I love to work on things. So it's like, what are the volunteer opportunities that allow me to do projects? People that they'll really love to have my help, but I will just be so thrilled to be working on these kinds of projects. So that's how I became so involved in my library. They needed someone to put on events to help raise money. I'm like, oh, well, this is fun. I'm having a great time. And I'm meeting people. Your calendar, let that be the driver, that your goal to fill this thing will get you to explore. That will help you find the meaning and the purpose that you need in retirement. It'll help you shape your identity. The things you put down in here, not the doctor's appointments, the things you put down for fun, the things you put down to explore, to learn about your world, to grow as a person. Those are the things that go in your planner now. It's not about meetings. It's not about your grocery list. You can put go get groceries, but that's not what the planner's for anymore. The planner now is your exploration, your blueprint, your map for how you're going to do life in this next act. and all the wild and fun and great things you get to do. And that doesn't mean bungee jumping. That just means exploring your world, your neighborhood, your community, and finding out who you want to be in this next act. So go get yourself a planner, go use Notion, and come talk to me. I would love to give you ideas and help you find your way. Take the quiz. It will give you a lot of great insight. And I actually send you a report. When you do the quiz, it's not, you just don't get, oh, I'm an accumulator, yippee. You'll actually get a report from me talking about that. And you can, what are your burning questions? Like, what are you really concerned about? And then I'm happy to give you some insight based on your archetypes as to what you could do. What will fill those gaps for you? What will light you up in this next act? Can't wait to talk to you. Hope you take the quiz, and we'll see you in the next one.